Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to an empty NWA arena. I am standing by with your #1 contender for the 10 pounds of gold, the masterpiece, Chris Adonis, challenging Tyrus at NWA 312 in Chicago, streaming exclusively on Fight. We're just a couple days out, Chris. I want to know, how are you preparing for what will be the biggest match of your career?
Joe, I've been dying for an opportunity at the NWA Championship for the last year. I felt like the most unappreciated and underrated wrestler in the whole professional wrestling business. But this is my shot to show everybody that Chris Adonis is one of the best in professional wrestling. This is my ticket to wrestling immortality. And let me tell you this, everybody at home, I don't want to be disrespectful, but Tyrus is right here, and I want to address Tyrus personally. Tyrus, you know as well as I do that if I apply that master lock, it is over, and I will be the next NWA champion.
All right, strong words from the challenger there. And at this time, I'm going to be introducing our NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Tyrus. Please come over here. Oh, well. Tyrus, what's your reaction to the words from the challenger?
First of all, congratulations. And that's where the praise stops. I am the undisputed NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I am the undisputed face of TV. And I am the boogeyman under the internet's beds at night. So I hope that you all get on your keyboards and get behind Adonis, who sounds and looks like a god. But even Achilles, when his mama had him by his little ankle and dipped him in the water so he could live forever, somebody put an arrow and he was gone. Now, you're not Achilles, you are Adonis. And the master lock, when he locks that thing on and puts people to sleep, he's got to be behind him. He's got to be dominating him, and he's got to have big enough arms to get, check it out, cameraman zoom, to get on these shoulders. I don't think Zeus himself could lock it on the champ.
There you have it, folks. The main event for NWA 312 in Chicago, Tyrus versus Chris Adonis for the 10 pounds of gold.
Kenzie Paige. Elle est très petite et méchante, but little and mean is not enough to put me away.
Ashley Dubois? You're gonna sit the beautiful, amazing former NWA World Women's Tag Team Champion in your chair and ask me about Ashley, dumb idiot? I can't help but laugh. It's almost like you guys are actually disrespecting me right now.
When we're in that ring, I'm going to rip you apart, strand by strand, starting from your hair.
I have put myself through the ringer for this women's TV title tournament. And you're gonna ask me about Ashley? Does she even go here?
We've not met in that ring before, Kenzie. However, I've watched you with opponents from Camille to Kylan King. And let me tell you, you have not met la crème de la crème still.
I've been a champion. I know what it takes to put the National Wrestling Alliance on these two shoulders and carry it to the top.
Plus, Kenzie, je suis la crème de la crème, français de Canadienne, and you, quite frankly, are dirty and American. Not saying that all Americans are dirty, however, you're not putting up the best representation.
Ashley D'Amboise. I'm gonna put this in words that you can understand, baby. You're what the French call les incompétents.
Me? I am the best representation that there ever can be for this company's championship. The women's television title was made for me.
Welcome to the action inside the NWA arena on this jam-packed episode of NWA Powerrr. We're continuing on. We are now in the semifinals for the NWA World Women's TV Title Tournament. One of these two women is headed to Chicago for NWA 3-1-2. You can feel the tension building in the air
already.
Here.
There's the bell. Well, I mean, an opportunity like this means so much. Means so much to all of these competitors. So you talk about the tension in the air. I think they're just both ready. They're prepared. They're ready for that first lockup.
Kenzie Paige defeated Kylan King in the qualifiers to get to this point. Ashley D'Amboise defeating Samantha Starr to move on in the tournament.
What a knee strike by Ashley D'Amboise. Scoops her up, slams her down hard. Nice leg drop. Cover now.
Looks the leg. Looking to move on early. Both these women so excited to head to Chicago, potentially to make history. And of course, the world's talking about the big money main event. Chris Adonis cashing in his Champion Series title shot. He wants to go after Tyrus for the 10 pounds of gold in the main event of NWA 3-1-2. Shoulders down, kick out, D'Amboise.
Well, Chris Adonis has said over and over that he deserves that shot. Just like whoever moves on from this match is going to deserve a shot at that title.
Oh, and look at that, D'Amboise targeting the left shoulder of Kenzie Paige. But Kenzie, so crafty, moves out of the way of the leg drop.
Ooh. I think Kenzie had time out there, so I don't think she should have. Oh, wait, there's no timeouts.
Look at that. The referee did not see it behind the back, a poke in the eyes. Kenzie on the attack.
We've seen a lot of this from Kenzie. She's becoming, it seems like the more aggressive she gets, the more success she's having. And both of those are working right now. She is being aggressive, and you're seeing success in the ring with that.
Kenzie Paige, of course, a former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion. She's had a couple shots at that World Women's Championship as well.
Ashley trying to fire her way out of this right now.
Driving that elbow deep, deep.
Both ladies down.
Well, they started this match with both pulling each other's hair, and that, I don't know what you call that, but there was a double hair pull on that also.
Like I said, folks, we have a jam-packed episode of NWA Powerrr. Kerry Morton's taking on Mecca Wolf in a non-title matchup in our main event. Thom Latimer defends the television title against Rhett Titus. It's his first title defense, and it's happening right here on Powerrr.
Going for that suplex. Kenzie cuts that off with some knees to the stomach. Some vicious forearms to the back.
Gets taken down by D'Amboise. D'Amboise starting to build momentum. Coming off the ropes.
Beautiful.
Flying through the air
Covered
with that neckbreaker. Kenzie kicks out.
So close.
The speed that she delivers that neckbreaker is just, it's almost breathtaking. I mean, she really snaps that through.
D'Amboise baited in and went right into the middle rope. Throat first. Really having some difficulty breathing now. As Kenzie Paige has a moment to compose herself.
Ducks that line.
D'Amboise.
She went for that suplex, but Kenzie blocked it.
The half and half into the full Nelson. Spins up cutter. The Kenzie cutter. Will it be enough to move on? Is Kenzie? Yes, she's going to Chicago.
The winner of this match, Kenzie Paige.
An emphatic victory for Kenzie Paige. She is headed to Chicago for NWA 312. One step away from making history. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Experience the captivating story of Deborah Medusa Michelli, a woman who never let her past define her. This is The Woman Who Would Be King, the Medusa story. In her captivating memoir, Medusa shares her story of perseverance, determination, and triumph over adversity. Discover the truth behind her upbringing and how she became a world champion before revolutionizing the monster truck world. Don't miss this unforgettable tale of a woman who refused to give up no matter the odds. Pre-order The Woman Who Would Be King today.
Please welcome former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Trevor Murdoch. Trevor, I understand you're here on some official business.
Oh yeah, I got something to say. NWA decided to put me through a test and put a 7'4", 400-pound monster in front of me. And he did everything everybody expected him to do. He hurt me. He's put me out of work, which means I'm missing out on money. And then who looks like Van Hammer Jr. decided he was going to jump on board and hurt me a little more. Well, sunshine, when I get healed up, I'm coming back to power, live power. And me and you are going to have a talk. But I guarantee you it ain't going to end up the way you think it is. I'm coming for you.
The following match is one fall with a 10-minute TV time limit. Introducing first from Tampa, Florida, this is Mike Knox.
Yeah, hometown boy getting a rousing round of applause from the crowd here.
And his opponent already in the ring, this is the Space Cowboy, Stacy Alexander.
I have to say, my beef with Mike Knox is no more after that incredible display of human decency.
When he put Cardona through the table?
When he put Cardona through, yes.
I think that's the only time you can combine decency and Cardona or a person going through a table.
Human decency.
Human decency, because he did to Cardona what we all dream of doing at home and here in the NWA, because Cardona doesn't have many friends and people that like him, so I was living vicariously through Knox.
And another person who doesn't really seem to be making a whole lot of friends here in the NWA is this man, Stacy Alexander, the Space Cowboy, standing at 6'5", nearly 290 pounds. He is a big man. Last time we saw him, he was with EC3 and his fellow cohorts with CYN and that brutal beatdown of Thom Latimer at NWA 74. But he's got a one-on-one match with Mike Knox now.
Kind of digging the getup too. Very Space Cowboy-ish.
Yeah, I guess that's what a Space Cowboy would wear.
Did you guys ever think you'd hear the day or see the day when the crowd was cheering for Mike Knox after being aligned with the Cardonas for so long?
They may be saying exactly what you just said, though. That human decency, I think that got everybody's attention. That's it.
Yes.
Good decision.
He wasn't very well liked at all when he was aligned with Matt Cardona, so he's all right by me now.
And he is on a roll in this match. A big splash of the corner on the Space Cowboy. Mike Knox.
A nice short arm clothesline. Oh my gosh.
And the intensity of Mike Knox.
Knox pulling at the hair. So vicious, so powerful, so dangerous. Crossface strikes.
Clubbing blow to the chest. Oh, another one. good for this base. Oh.
Yeah, Mike Knox has grounded the Space Cowboy so far in this match.
Nowhere near finished with him yet, putting that beating on him. Oh no, not good. Ooh.
There's the thing with Knox. I think he's one of those people that enjoys dishing out punishment.
Oh sure, yes.
That's something that he understands that the sport of professional wrestling is physical and it's difficult. So he figures he's going to make sure he dishes out more than he ever takes.
Space Cowboy in a very dangerous, vulnerable position right now when you're sitting across the ring in the turnbuckle like that from a guy the size of Mike Knox. Oh, he charges him. Oh!
Flies in, smothering the Space Cowboy.
Think he's seeing stars, Joe? I mean, he is the Space Cowboy, right?
He's stuck on the launch pad right
Covered
now.
by Knox.
Oh, but grabbing the ropes.
Smart ring awareness by the Space Cowboy.
Not only that, I mean, he's standing at 6'5". This guy's got a lot of range. He's got a lot of reach.
I think that really rocked the Space Cowboy. I don't think he had the strength after that to kick out, put his shoulder up, grab that rope out of desperation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Clawing at the face, clawing at the eyes of Knox, trying to get any advantage he can.
Well, you just said it. You said desperation.
Right.
That's where he's at.
He knows what he's up against. I think he maybe didn't when the bell rang, but now that he's had the feeling out process with Knox, anything goes now.
And making a debut here in singles competition here in the NWA. He wants to get that victory. He wants to start off, with a throat thrust. Wants to start off on the right foot. Big boot by Knox.
And that was definitely the right foot.
Coming off the ropes. Oh, the crossbody.
Biggest crossbody in professional wrestling.
Crowd is on fire for Mike Knox. See what happens when you get away from the Cardonas? People actually like you.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Those repeated headbutts.
Oh, he's got him set up.
Oh, not good for the Space Cowboy.
Crash and burn, knocks out.
First. Got him.
The winner of this match, Mike Knox!
Big time victory for Mike Knox, and this crowd has really come to like this man, Mike Knox. Congratulations. Let's go to Mae Valentine. She's backstage with a living legend, Bobby Fulton.
Please welcome the one and only Bobby Fulton. Bobby, as an NWA legend and past champion yourself, there's no way you're happy about the disrespect that the Fixers have showed you in public, in front of the whole world.
Mae, I came to the National Wrestling Alliance as a goodwill ambassador, taking the past and linking it to the future. By so many in the locker room, I was welcomed. But I've never in my life seen two guys disrespect not only the wrestling business, the National Wrestling Alliance, but every person just like me that's ever held that belt. And Tommy Rogers and I were the NWA United States Tag Team Champions in the 80s now. Like I explained to the Fixers, we gave our belts back because we knew we had lost. And I do have a replica belt that I take on display, but I know in wise try to tell people, well, I'm still the champion. There's a screw loose with these guys. And then all of a sudden, they come up there and humiliate me on national TV as I say, guys, come on. After my team came in and we were able to beat the Fixers, an established team, an unestablished team was able to do that. Then I asked the Fixers, become the real men you are. To me, they're like bullies and they're liars. And not only that, they say they love America, they disrespect it. They throw the flags at the beginning of the match on the ring floor. That's not respecting America. And they're not tag team champions no longer. They were beat by the country gentlemen. I went out as a goodwill ambassador, and I asked them for the belts kindly, not once, but twice. And then them two shysters, them two big bullies, they took off and ran with the belts once again. But I'm not happy with it. And I'm going to tell you this, mate. I've been retired from wrestling for years and years and years. But I want to make an open challenge right now to either one of those fixers. I might not be the man I used to be, but by God, when I meet you in the ring, I'll be everything I ever was. Either one. Bring it on. Fantastic Bobby Fulton is alive and well, and I'm in the National Wrestling Alliance, and you guys have met your match.
But Bobby, your health struggles have been really well documented.
You can tell by the way I talk. I've had throat cancer. I've had ruptures in arteries where they said I should have been dead. I've been on death door 6 or 7 times. But I love the wrestling business. And you can tell I dribble when I talk sometimes. But I love this business with all my heart. And I can't stand for anybody to disrespect it. So I'm throwing all caution to the wind. Whatever may be, may be. But I plan on letting those fixers know that they're wrong. And that I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to put them in their place where they belong.
Thank you so much for your time, Bobby.
Thank you, mate. I'm mad.
Whoa, what's the gig? Danny W. Deals, and the lovely Candy. Oh, man, we're right on the heels. Enough said, right? You know what I did? I snuck in at night after the show was over. I ripped off all the turnbuckles and made everybody sign it. To give the Deal Man your shirt size, I'm just going to throw in this because I only got a couple left. I only got about 8 left.
For free?
Listen, we're cutting deals here, Candy. What are you talking about? Of course, this new wonderful program that I designed all by myself. Look at that. Hey, what's up, boss?
Look who's in it.
Oh, buddy, right there. It's actually worth $30 now, but we're going to sell for $10 because we don't care. We're cutting deals. NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Hit the shop button. What do you got?
Let's do it.
Please welcome the Spectaculars. Rolando, I specifically asked you to be here today because I have to ask you a question. What is your relationship to my ex-fiance, Aaron Stevens?
Aaron Stevens. You know, May, you and I have something in common. We were both betrayed by Aaron Stevens. Okay? You know, I'm usually fired up and I'm usually intense, but I'm not right now because I feel betrayed. I feel like I was stabbed in the back because Aaron manipulated me into challenging for an NWA World Heavyweight Championship match. Now, don't get me wrong. I have been fighting for that my entire time that I've been here in the NWA. But that night, I listened to Aaron. He got in my head that I could go out there and I could beat Tyrus, but I was not ready at that point in time because, May, that is the biggest opportunity of my life, so I have to get mentally prepared. I have to think about everything that I've been through in my life so I can unleash that anger on Tyrus. But he got in my head that I could do it that night. And mentally, I was not prepared. So I failed. And now, Aaron, if I ever see you out there, I'm coming for you next, okay? Now, this is personal between you and I because you stabbed me in the back and you stabbed May in the back. So I'm going to make sure that you pay for that, Chico.
And I understand your pain so well. I'm so sorry, Rolando. You got it coming, Aaron.
The following match is 1 fall with a 6:05 time limit and is for the NWA World Television Championship. Introducing first from Long Beach Island, New Jersey, he is the professional Rhett Titus.
Rhett Titus is a former Ring of Honor television champion. He knows what it takes to get the job done and to hold this gold. This is going to be a big test for Thom Latimer.
And his opponent from Chesterfield, England, he is one half of the NWA's power couple and the NWA World Television Champion. This is Thom Latimer.
Latimer, always the crowd favorite here in the NWA.
After defeating Jordan Clearwater offering that open challenge to anyone in the back, Thom Latimer answering and able to steal the gold. This will be Thom Latimer's first title defense, and like I said, it will not be a walk in the park at all. He is going up against a man called the Professional, and there is a reason for that. Incredible tactician, submission specialist, lethal striker, Rhett Titus. He could come at you from any angle, and Latimer knows that. And a Show of sportsmanship between these two.
Oh, went for the single leg.
Yeah, on what appears to be an injured leg. Now, you know, Rhett Titus, when he was in the back today, he was wearing a pair of pants. I did not see that injury, but until he came out to this arena.
Good point.
But you know who else sees it is Thom Latimer.
That's just a target. When you're in the ring with an opponent who has a wrap, cast, something that signifies that they're hurt in that area,
down,
that is a living target for your opponent to just attack. It's a sign of weakness.
And I remember Dusty Rhodes used to wear the bandage on the opposite leg that was hurt, trying to target the wrong leg. Yeah, that means strategy.
Picking the leg
Genius
into the cover lateral press, not even a 1 count. Thom Latimer scrambling for a quick victory too. Trying to grapevine the legs, but Rhett Titus knew exactly where he was going, to the bottom rope, getting the break. But Rhett Titus knows he needs to work fast. We've got the 6:05-minute time limit. If we go to that time limit, we get a draw, which is considered a victory for these television title defenses.
And we've talked a lot about how that 6:05 strategy could be used. And right now,
the test of strength between both men.
Thom Latimer is not concerned about the time limit.
No.
He just wants to wrestle. He wants to prove he's a champion.
Well, that's what we're going to see from Thom. He's not going to hop on his bicycle and start running around the ring and basically trying to run out the clock. He's going to be here for a fight. He wants to prove that he's a deserving champion.
Well, and I've been saying, I don't know how long.
I think he's definitely proved himself.
Oh, yeah,
at
absolutely.
this point, absolutely.
I think I've said over and over. I think Thom Latimer is one of the top professional wrestlers in the world, and he's just waited for an opportunity to show that.
Head scissors by Latimer. Rhett Titus looking for a transition, and look at that beautifully.
Rhett Titus seems like he's always one step ahead of his opponent.
Locking in the submission. Latimer again trying to go for the single leg, but able to block, swivel his hips, gets the hammer lock, and these guys are putting on a catch-as-catch-can clinic here on Power.
Well, it's technically adapted that Titus, it's just one of those things where Thom Latimer coming from that British background.
Yeah.
You're just you're well trained in all of those arts.
Not only that, think of the emotional journey that Thom Latimer has been on in recent years, in recent months. Completely changed his entire life, getting clean, being sober, marrying Camille, now a champion here in the NWA.
Well, I mean,
It's
well
impressive.
deserved.
Yeah, 100%. But now, as the champion, he has a huge target on his back, and Rhett Titus is going for it, trying to make his own mark here in the National Wrestling Alliance.
Well, Thom, he fought long and hard to get that championship. So I think whatever it takes to defend it is what Thom Latimer will do.
Backslide,
He's not going to
shoulders
let it go
down.
that easy.
Couldn't agree more, Velvet.
And look at the strength, Thom. Yeah. Thom lay it out on that.
Yeah, look at that. He just dropped all of his weight. Putting pressure onto the shoulders.
The pressure, I was just going to say. Ooh.
You can see how the shoulders are bending in the agony in the face of Rhett Titus. The professional's got to find a way out of this. Simple but effective hold. Thom Latimer trying to target the leg, and he does.
Break him down.
Even from behind, he's going after the injured leg. He knew exactly what to go after.
But Rhett Titus, that headlock, that up and over.
There it is.
But there you see the leg. And the spear!
Oh, God.
Big spear by Thom Latimer. Shoulders down. Oh, and kick out.
So close.
Immediately transition, trying to get in that crossface. The crossface submission.
He doesn't quite have it locked in. Rhett Titus has that hand up.
Yeah, Rhett Titus knows how to block it now. Thom Latimer going after the injured leg.
Oh, my gosh. Ooh.
Transition to the SDF. He's got an SDF. He's got a tap.
There it is.
Rhett's got a tap.
The winner of this match, and still NWA World Television Champion, Thom Latimer.
First victory in potentially what could be a best-of-7 series. Thom Latimer, impressive. Rhett Titus, nothing to be ashamed about. Shaking hands, show of sportsmanship. We'll be back.
Get ready for a weekend of nonstop action and excitement as the NWA presents 312 on pay-per-view. Live from Highland Park on Friday, April 7th. Be a part of history as NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Tyrus defends against the masterpiece Chris Adonis. The NWA World Women's Title is also on the line as champion the Brickhouse Camille takes on La Rosa Negra. Watch Scion defend the national title against EC3 and witness the crowning of the first ever NWA World Women's Television Champion. But that's just the beginning as the action continues Saturday, April 8th. Don't miss your chance to be a part of our NWA Powerrr and NWA USA TV tapings. If that's not enough, join us as it all kicks off Thursday, April 6th at Madame Zuzu's Tea House for a special book signing with world champion Tyrus and wrestling legend Medusa. Tickets are available now at NWATix.com. Pre-order NWA 312 today at Fight.tv. Don't miss your chance to witness some of the most exciting matches in wrestling today as the NWA takes over Chicago. The NWA, wrestling as it's meant to be.
The too high, as you're saying, he pulled him forward too much, uses some momentum to get him out.
Oh.
Slapping Rolando down.
Good, get him out of here. He doesn't belong out here. Tell him to go, Mr. Rourke's been paging him.
Is that a Fantasy Island reference?
Of course it is. Come on, Kyle, keep up. Trivial Pursuit is on the way.
Rush Freeman getting frustrated. Of course, that technical skill we saw at the beginning. Now he's just throwing fists. Daisy Kills covering that face.
He's definitely going to lose now.
It's his moneymaker.
He's terrible.
Which is distracted, small package.
Come on, ref. There you go.
There it is.
Daisy Kills pulling out a win.
Please welcome Thrillbilly and his lady, Pollo Del Mar. You look a little different. You look sad. What's going on?
Well, you know, Thrillbilly here was really looking forward to getting that national title shot, but, you know, hey, roadblocks, obstacles, political games, whatever you want to call it, it's outside of the Thrillbilly's control. You know, I just got to take this one day at a time, one challenge at a time, like the alcoholics say, you know, and so I got Brady Pierce. And he's the next feller who's going to be stepping in there with the biggest man who ever lived, the Thrillbilly Silas Mason. And Brady, you might need to carb up for this one, because I'm going to knock you down, boy.
Miss May Valentine, the Thrillbilly Silas Mason isn't only the greatest professional wrestler in the National Wrestling Alliance, but he is also a very nice man, to put it politely, as he did. The truth of the matter is, Miss May Valentine, that there's some political dealings behind the scenes. There are people who want to jump ahead of the Thrillbilly Silas Mason and the lovely Pollo Del Mar. And they have taken their opportunities to step in front of us in line for some title shots here in the National Wrestling Alliance. I'm so upset I can't even barely speak, May. But I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Brady Pierce, this is not personal. It is not personal. I like you and your tag team partners. You are spectacular. But you're no Thrillbilly Silas Mason, and the NWA can line up anybody they want. And one by one, Miss May Valentine, Big Daddy Thrill is going to take them out. You are looking, National Wrestling Alliance, at your next NWA National Champion, whether you like it or not.
The following non-title match is one fall with a 10-minute TV time limit. Introducing first the challenger. He is one half of the NWA World Tag Team Champions, La Rebellion. This is Mecha Wolf.
Yeah, it's really unusual to see Mecha Wolf come out solo, but he's going to have to go one-on-one with Kerry Morton. An enormous amount of animosity between these two men, especially after what we saw with that match with the Mortons versus La Rebellion.
And both of those accomplished singles wrestlers as well. I mean, they've done great.
And his opponent, he is the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion. This is the future legend, Kerry Morton.
The thing about tag team wrestlers is when you're so used to being in a tag team and you're forced to undergo a singles competition, as a tag team wrestler, you're used to being able to tag out when you're in trouble, tag out when you need to catch your breath. So I'm not saying Mecha Wolf is at a disadvantage because he's an excellent all-around professional wrestler on his own, but he is in singles competition tonight, so he doesn't have Bestia here to tag out you that, like a tag team normally would, able to make the tag when you need to.
At the same point, we also don't have Ricky Morton. He's not out here with his legend status, gives him the opportunity to be out here as a manager. It's the same thing as having a manager's license. So even Kerry Morton and Mecha Wolf kind of in the same boat, both forced to go it alone. And again, this is a non-title matchup. Mecha Wolf tipping the scales at about 245 pounds. That is outside the junior heavyweight weight limit. So he's not even able to qualify to have that match with Kerry Morton unless he cuts about 20 pounds.
Right. Well, and kind of what you were saying, both of you kind of combine this, but it's a different timing.
Sure.
How you approach the match has to be differently. And on top of it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Big shoulder tackle.
Using that size to his advantage there.
Nice height by Kerry Morton. Nice arm drag, and he holds on to it.
Pulling the hair, backing Kerry into the corner.
Oh, man.
Cheap shot.
Yeah, right into the kidneys to start.
Oh my God, just repeated vicious chops to the chest of Kerry Morton.
I feel like Mecha Wolf is trying to send a message to this young man that La Rebellion and the tag team champions are not to be trifled with by anyone, even by another champion here in the NWA.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean,
arm drag off the top by Mecha Wolf.
There was like a slight hesitation there by Kerry Morton, and that's what caused him. That was also a big issue during the tag team match when it was the Mortons versus La Rebellion. Gotta wonder if Kerry Morton's gonna be more focused in this match. It doesn't seem that he is. Oh, wow. Mecha Wolf attacking that right arm. As you see, that thumb is still wrapped up from that injury that Kerry Morton's been trying to recover from for months at this point.
You mentioned this earlier, but is there anything we could read into the fact that Ricky Morton's not out here? I mean, there was, we've talked about the relationship, the chemistry between father and son, the pride and the pressure and those kind of things. Can we read anything into that he's not out here?
Floats into the cover, shoulders down, kick out. Also, we have NWA 312 coming your way April 7th in Chicago with NWA Powerrr and NWA USA tapings. The following day, April 8th. Tickets and information at nwatix.com. And Kerry Morton's in dire straits.
Mecha Wolf using that offhand to kind of point of that wrist to kind of rub into the forehead. Right on the temple, trying to drive that home.
I'm actually just been told in my ear that we haven't seen Ricky Morton. He had issues at the airlines. A lot of people have been having these travel issues. He was scheduled to be here, but apparently missed his flight.
Okay, that makes sense.
Kick out.
Mecha
I was curious about that because if Ricky was in the building, he'd be in this room.
He definitely would be out here for his son, for sure, yes.
Went for that deep arm drag, and Kerry Morton was able to put on the brakes there. We've seen just a really, really fun and interesting way that Ricky Morton has kind of brought Kerry Morton along, how he's developed. And then, yes, sometimes you're always going to have little glitches in matches, but, man.
Absolutely planted by Mecha Wolf. Cover with a crossface, kick out.
Shaking that wrist that you mentioned earlier.
Ooh.
picked apart by Mecha Wolf. Simple, but very effective submission as Kerry Morton gets to his feet, shots to the guts, trying to get out, and just gets slammed into the canvas. And again, it looked like Mecha Wolf pulling at the hair.
I think maybe pulling it there with the left hand, but it almost looked like that right hand was almost in the eye socket. That was vicious.
And again, folks, we're heading to Chicago, but we're also having our World is a Vampire tour. The NWA taking on the best wrestlers in Australia, April 15th through the 30th. So if you happen to be watching in Australia, you can see both of these wrestlers in action during that tour.
You saw Kerry Morton there just trying to protect that arm and that shoulder.
That was a vicious stomp to his arm by Mecha Wolf. Kerry Morton fighting back with everything he's got.
Oh, but got caught. Flatliner into the submission.
No.
He calls it the lock. Lock up the Wolves. Lock up the Wolves. It's in deep center of the ring. Kerry trying to get the pressure off.
Kerry's got nowhere to go. He's hanging in there, though.
Oh, you can see his eyes rolling
nowhere
back
to get to the ropes.
Yeah, he's losing consciousness.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at his eyes. He's going out, guys. He's going out.
Kerry transitions, shoulders down. Almost had Mecha Wolf. And at least got the break up from the submission.
He started to go out there.
Scoop and slam.
Mecha Wolf signaling he's going up top. Not looking good for Kerry Morton right now.
Looking for a devastating moonsault. Perhaps he is. Oh, no water in the pool.
Move out of the way.
Comes crashing down. It's Kerry Morton trying to get to his feet. Sidesteps. Mecha Wolf goes into the turnbuckle. And now Morton on the attack, going after the body.
Mecha Wolf in the corner covering that, like you said, covering it up, trying to keep out of the ribs.
Kerry Morton is making Mecha Wolf pay for the pain that he inflicted on him pretty much this entire match.
Well, you could hear some of that frustration spilling over right there on our referee.
Ducks the clothesline, follows it up. Bionic elbow. Polish hammer. Another. Kerry Morton.
Beautiful power slam by Kerry Morton.
Oh, but just could not capitalize. Was not able to get into the cover. Or perhaps was thinking he needs to do more.
Well, he kind of looked at his thumb there. I think it was almost like he either hit the thumb when he hit the mat, or maybe just couldn't get that locked in on the cover. I don't know.
Oh, we've seen this before. Setting up Mecha Wolf.
Got him locked up. Mecha Wolf spins out.
Oh, the exploder jump at Kerry Morton directly on the back of the head. Mecha Wolf. Off the ropes, here it comes, final flash! Final flash, DDT!
Cover on Kerry Morton.
Oh my gosh, Kerry kicked out! I can't tell you how many times Mecha Wolf has won a match and won a championship with that very move.
Yeah.
Stunned look on Mecha Wolf's face.
Kerry Morton's not giving up that easy. Even though that was not an easy move to take
not at
by
all.
any means.
But Mecha Wolf,
he's still in this match.
Oh, he's looking to end this right now.
Morton putting the brakes on.
Yep, blocking it.
Ooh, those lower back shots hurt.
Mecha Wolf setting up for the powerbomb. Oh, but Kerry switched his weight.
Cover.
Shoulders down. Oh, kick out.
So close.
Kick out by Mecha Wolf.
The frustration.
Yeah, he thought he had him right there. There was a slight adjustment, and it was just that millisecond.
Wait a minute,
that
here
allowed
comes
it. Oh, no, it's
Bestia,
Bestia.
666.
Bestia, the tag team partner has come out. One half of La Rebellion. He doesn't have his manager's license. He is not allowed to be in this arena. Scott Wheeler's letting him know right now.
Oh, no.
Attack from behind.
Just enough of a distraction by Bestia for
he's got the
Mecha
belt.
Wolf to
He's got the
attack Kerry
belt.
Morton from behind like that.
Bestia
Come on.
passing the belt. Scott Wheeler sees it. He's trying to stop this.
Kerry Morton's trying to get to his feet. He's pretty rocked right now, though, but able to get up.
But there you see.
Pulls that knee pad down. We know what's coming. Becca Williams has no idea.
You see Kerry Morton lying in wait. Here it is. Kiss it goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. Kerry Morton setting him up. Elbow straight to the heart of Becca
Covered by
Wolf.
Kerry Morton now. Got it.
He did it.
The winner of this match, Kerry Morton.
A hard-fought battle for Kerry Morton, victorious here in the main event of NWA Powerrr. And even though Ricky Morton was not in the building, you know he's going to be watching this tape, and he's going to be proud of the tenacity and grit of his son, our NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you this Saturday for NWA USA.